Right. So let's talk about boosting Google search branded search terms, how to boost branded search terms. And then I have a nugget that I got from somebody yesterday about this that was so smart. And so I'm excited to share it. But I kind of wanted to round this out instead of just talking about one thing like I do in the shorts. I want to talk about kind of multiple ways to do this and what's the importance of it. So a branded search is when somebody searches for your name directly, right? So if my business is Brightbeam SEO, somebody searching for SEO services, that's just a general search. But if somebody searches for Brightbeam SEO, then that's a branded term. Now, what does that do? In relation to the typical search results, maybe not much, maybe not anything. But with local SEO, it's actually huge, right? So there's three pillars of local SEO, right? There's proximity, how close you are to the business. Relevance, how relevant is that business to the search term that you're looking at? And then number three is prominence, which is basically another way of saying popularity, local fame, right? So that's a huge driver of the prominence piece of this. So if we can increase the amount of times people are searching for our branded term locally, then that's a huge benefit. Now, this kind of comes all out of a conversation I was having with a few other SEOs about click-through rate manipulation, and how, it doesn't really seem to work very well, and how, Google's getting smarter at understanding who's in your local area and who isn't. So how can we boost these numbers? So let's talk about 4 different ways that we can boost our local branded search terms. Okay. So number 1 is, let's start with ads, like Facebook ads. Okay. So number 1, we'll say Facebook ads. Those are, getting your name out there through the touches. Facebook ads can often be a really good way to increase the amount of brand recognition that you're getting and the amount of clicks that you get or searches you get for your brand name, because people are seeing your name a lot. And in fact, I don't think people track their secondary metrics enough when they do Facebook ads. But I know a lot of experts with Facebook ads have said when they run these ads, actually all the other metrics on the website, like maybe click-through rate, like branded search terms, like conversion rate, all those tend to go up or may go up because of the Facebook ads, because people are having other interactions with your business. So that's number 1 is Facebook ads. Number 2 is by running this. I like this a lot, like running some kind of a giveaway, right? What you can do is you could actually run a giveaway and tell people about it, right? You can use print material or tell people themselves, but instead of giving them the direct link to the giveaway, what you do is you say, go to our website, go to the menu, go to giveaways, and then sign up there. Now, that might sound like a lot of steps, right? But if it matches up, right? I find that has to match. If your giveaway is good enough, then people will take the extra steps to do it. And by doing that, you're going to up the amount of branded searches you get, and people are going to go to your website, go to the giveaway, and you'll increase your brand name there. Now, number 3 is the one that I was talking about yesterday that I think is genius. And so that is, anytime you make a flyer or a door hanger or any kind of print material, instead of having the QR code linked directly to your website, you have the QR code linked to your branded search term. So when somebody scans the QR code, it's going to Google with a search with your branded search term already being searched. So this could have major implications, right? It's just a great idea, right? To increase the search volume for your branded term from things that you're probably already doing. So I love that. Combine that with the number one, like combine that with scan the QR code, go to our website to sign up for some kind of giveaway. I think that's genius together, right? Because I think it makes that hurdle higher for people, but that's a great way to do it as well, right? Then lastly, I would say is like radio ads. I think radio ads are definitely dying, but I have seen that some of the brands locally that have radio ads and have a really good jingle with their name that helps you remember their name. Those do such a good job for increasing brand awareness and branded search terms because people will remember your name and they're likely to go search for your name specifically if they're looking for something. So I do think a good jingle can really help brand your business, and run radio ads and maybe give you another reason or benefit from radio ads running in your local area. So I think all those together play a really important piece in boosting your brand awareness and helping you get more branded search terms. And in doing that, you're going to get a much higher ranking, not only on your search term, but on everything, because now your prominence score goes up. And now whenever somebody searches for your services, and I do think there's also one benefit here. If you live in an area, right, where you're dominating in one city and maybe struggling in another part of the area, right, or it's a little bit further out of your range, and you go do this kind of stuff, that's going to increase your prominence in those areas that you're struggling to get, traffic in, right? Like if I'm ranking really well in my core city, but let's say the next city over, I'm not doing well, and I'm close enough to it, or I don't want to go start another location, go flyer up a bunch of those homes, get them to do the branded search term, and you're going to see a huge spike, right, in that. So a great way to increase brand recognition, a great way to increase SEO, and I love it. I thought it was an amazing idea. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.